Hey guys, it's Andy here. This is just a quick video of going over what I've been doing in the past week or possibly the last 2 days. I moved version 2.2 over here and I completely cannibalized version 1.1 of this guy. You can look at my previous video of me making it. I'll link in the description. But yeah, very happy with it. It's got the fuse on it now. This old fuse has been disconnected. It's not needed. And I'm on a cigarette lighter. So very happy about that. And this whole power wall is going to be removed soon. It'll be replaced with that one down there once I finish it and get the new parts. It dims. Really nice. Very, very happy. And it's very simple. It's very simple. And it's got a fuse on it for safety. With the cigarette lighter, you can't by accident reverse polarity and burn the thing out, so you don't need a diode, so that reduces even more energy wastage. It's as efficient as I could possibly make it. This guy has been optimized. The batteries have been organized and straightened out multiple times over the past month at least. These guys here have to be addressed really soon. I'm going to have to take these apart and one other power supply and figure out what to do with it. I got to figure out how to smooth out this output. It's too much of a sine wave. It messes up this charge controller. Nothing has changed. I haven't touched it at all since the video of me building it. So I built it and I'm still waiting on these voltmeters to replace this entire front panel. And in the next version, this will be version 2.2. Yeah, 2.2 when I redo this one, because that's version 1.2. Version 2.1 currently it just needs a faceplate and just needs some wood bracketing on the edges to give it some rigidity on these corners. And I want to do it on an angle so it slopes down and transitions. I'd love to do a paint job on it too, and I don't know if that'll ever be possible, but I think it would be pretty cool to have it black and yellow striped sideways. I'd prefer to have wing nuts on here. Since I made this one, there are improvements to be made for the next version, but for this one I'll just leave it. It's too much work to take everything apart. Which is really tiresome. So now we'll move on to this guy. I built this one, which is version 3.1, and it's only missing the fuse, but those are coming in the mail, hopefully Monday, so that I can just plop it in, and it's just 2 wires. It's just 2 negative wires that have to be run to this fuse. But I made it so that it's got an on-off switch for the cigarette lighter alone. And then it's got, super bright, it's got this guy, and dims really nice, potentiometer under here, it's easy to move, whereas this other one is very stiff. This one's very stiff, it's almost too stiff, I don't like that. So I'm happy that this portable unit is very nice, and you can plug in your lighting. These are DC lights, they can handle up to 36, 46 volts DC, all the way down to 10 volts DC. So they're perfect, and this entire unit is on a very long cord cigarette lighter, so you can even use it in your car, since all of these devices in this box can operate between 10 volts and 30 volts. The cigarette lighter, this guy in particular, is the limiting factor of going past 30. This guy will be linked in the description. All of these parts are linked in the description. I really like this guy. Really cool. Really cool. Really nice, especially for testing and making sure that your cell phone or whatever device is actually charging properly. And it was pretty cheap. I think it was like 13 bucks, 15 bucks or something. Really beautiful. But yeah, just plugs in. I have a master on-off for the cigarette lighters alone. This entire device works perfectly on a 12-volt lead-acid battery, all the way up to 7 series 18650s, 30 volts. I wouldn't go past 29.2, 29.4 though. I found that this guy, this USB charger, seriously just stops working once you pass 29.5. It pretty much completely shuts down. But very, very nice one. Very cheap, $5 Canadian. First of all, I'd prefer wood, not this Bristol board, but this is really easy to prototype with, and it was only $1.50 for this whole sheet of Bristol board, so I think it's called Bristol board. It's a styrofoam paper board. I got it at Dollarama for $1.50. But yeah, this is the bottom cover, and I have this bracketing. As a prototype, it's extremely rough. This is not what I want at all. There are many problems with it, but considering what I'm working with and the limited tools and supplies that I'm trying to build it using, I am extremely happy. I can't be any happier with how much time I spent building it and how much money it cost to build it. I don't even know how much it cost to build it because most of the parts I already had. Almost everything I had, and the rest was not expensive at all. So I'm very happy. I even got the inverter for free from Andy Ham. So thanks again, man. That's really cool. Now I have a portable unit. I don't know how much this weighs, but I've lifted up, I've carried around. I really can't see it being more than 75 pounds. Yeah, so 61 pounds. I figured 75, but yeah, it's even lighter. 61 pounds. That's not very heavy. And this is the underside, so you can see I just used a cheap piece of wood from an old piece of furniture, and I bolted it in pretty heavy. I should just use these guys, but I just recycled old screws. I just have boxes and everything just lying around. My whole place is just full of just random stuff. A lot of it's from just recycled stuff that I grabbed, and then other stuff is from my grandpa. So yeah, just a lot of screws just everywhere. For a holder, it's good. It's the right size for your hand, the right distance away from here. It moves. I just found random pieces of metal, and I had this bracket here. I just found a weird bracket from an old piece of equipment, and I just heated it up and hammered the shit out of it and made it to what I want. This one here, I kind of cut it on an angle, but this one I left because I just didn't think that this was worth the effort. I don't see any value in doing that. I kind of regret putting the rubber feet on though, because then they make it a little bit harder to move it around. But it also prevents this from scratching up my shitty desk. I'm very happy with it. I've got, the highest is 5,000 amp hours, right? 5,000 amp hour. And the smallest is 47.5, which is hiding somewhere around here, which is probably only 4,700 milliamp hours. It's very inaccurate reading the milliamp hours of batteries, like used batteries. It's all over the place. It depends on pressure, temperature. And you could put the same battery into your chargers and test them out, and you'd get different reading every single time, especially with these really old garbage batteries. There's a lot to it. I'll put out the video on how I built it. I don't know when, in a few days maybe. I am very tired. I'm completely burnt out. I just figured I might as well make this video just to show you how far I've gotten with it. But yeah, I'd prefer wood instead of this stuff, and I would like to mark off this with more red spray paint. I don't like that it's so unclear. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. I've organized all my batteries too. All these ones need to be addressed. These ones, they're like really shitty batteries. I've tried to organize them off of size, but they're pretty shitty. But they're better than these ones. These ones are really shitty. They range from 3,000 all the way up to 4,000. Some of them are 2600 as well. But yeah, pretty shitty batteries. I might just use them for experiments. Oh, some good news, So these came in, and I'm going to be putting them into, I'm going to put that one into this guy. And I'm going to rebuild this guy over here and put it into there. And get rid of this guy. I have two of them, I think. But anyway, so this did come in, and that was in a previous video showing you that. But something else came in. There it is. Can you guess what this is, huh? Do you know what this is? Alright, so this here is a spot welder. Now I know it doesn't look like much, but I assure you it is a spot welder. And I do have an old microwave down here, and the transformer is somewhere down there. Somewhere down in there, there is a microwave transformer. And all I need is that, and I can, oh, the other parts, the foot pedal and the contact points. All that stuff is coming in, hopefully soon. But yeah, this guy was cheap. I'll put a link in the description. This is the one I went with, I chose. But there are so many options now. China is just pumping out like 5 to 10 different, completely different designs for spot welders. Because they noticed that we wanted them and we didn't want to pay $100. So, you know, pretty sweet. I'm very happy, and I'm glad I don't have to have a car battery. This goes from 110 volts AC, and it spot welds using that, because I didn't like the car battery idea. That's why I've held out so long. But once I have the spot welder, I can do even more stuff, probably. But yeah, so pretty damn happy about that. We'll see. I talked to Average Joe about it before, but it was a different one. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And he asked me like, oh, are you gonna buy it? And I'm like, what do you mean? And of course I'm gonna buy it. And then I had the car accident. I was like, all right, I gotta scale back my spending habits. So it set me back about a month or two. So I gotta fix this guy. The potentiometer, adjustable potentiometer is screwed. But that's okay. It gives me an excuse to completely tear this guy apart and decide I want to use it as a full power system for this. I want to put this on, mount all these guys and this guy onto a piece of plywood and, you know, hang it on the wall. I don't know if that's a smart idea. I also have this discharger. This is an 18650 discharger. Still haven't figured out how to use it. Haven't had time. It's the same as this guy. This guy has been just a thorn in my side. I'm sure I can figure out how to do this, but who knows. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Post in the comment section below any questions you have, anything you're not sure about. In the description, you'll see links to all of the parts that are here. And yeah, I really hope you found this interesting. I'll have videos out for how to build this guy and this guy and this guy in the next 2 or 3 days. It's a lot of video footage to go through, so I don't know how long it'll take me. So again, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and have a great weekend. Bye.